We just got to our not yet reaction. I I thought I would never make it this far, which it's a little crazy. So yeah, um, I just wanted to say thank you for liking my reactions and then leaving comments below. So yeah, if there's a video you want me to react to, you need to leave a link in the description below because I can't seem to at least find it for you guys. So yeah, today we're gonna react to Lucy to the Rescue. Reminds me of my Lucy for like. Oh my gosh. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Many animals that could be seen along Thomas's branch line, such as birds, deer, fish, and even cats and some mice. Thomas enjoys seeing them on his usual runs, but there is one
So
animal
happy
that
that I
Thomas
got the
doesn't
not
like.
yet reaction.
Dogs, he
Oh,
complained.
2000.
Thomas didn't like dogs ever
Oh
since a stray
no,
one had been bothering a farmer's flock of sheep
that's
and
not
ended up
good.
blocking a path on his branch line. The small dog belonged to a boy named Andrew, who lives on Thomas's
Ooh,
branch line.
wow,
It was the summer holidays, and Andrew was taking his dog Lucy out
amazing.
for a walk. Lucy raced up to the level crossing and started to bark at Thomas passing by. Some of the villagers awed at this, but Thomas jumped.
Whoa,
Lucy kept on barking as Thomas was out of sight.
wow.
Stupid thing, he said to himself crossly.
Oh no.
Lucy carried on doing this every day, but one day as usual, Andrew took Lucy out for a walk, and Lucy raced up to the crossing to see Thomas and she barked at him again, but this time she jumped over the fence and stood near the line. Thomas saw this and jumped and told his driver to brake,
Oh
which he
no.
did, and Thomas stopped just in time,
Good, good.
but Lucy kept on barking.
Wow.
Is everyone all right? Panted Andrew. Yes, but you put this annoying mutt on a leash, Thomas replied crossly.
Yeah.
Goodness knows if my brakes are working now after that stop. I'm sorry, Thomas. Lucy isn't always like this,
Ooh.
Andrew replied. Thomas's driver and fireman released the brakes and his wheels started to move. Brakes are all well and good,
Wow.
Thomas, called his fireman. Away we go. And so they puffed away. Keep that mutt on a leash, he told Andrew crossly.
Yeah.
Thomas still managed to make time out of his little incident, but he was still cross.
Oh my
Dogs are
gosh.
nothing but trouble, he complained to Percy and Toby in the shed. I don't know why some people don't put them on a leash, including Andrew. You may not like dogs now, but they aren't trouble, replied Toby thoughtfully. Some dogs had saved people from all sorts of danger, Thomas, added Percy, and you never know what Lucy might do. Probably bark at me again next to the railway line until she
Oh
needs
no.
saving. I'm off to sleep. Good night. The next day, Andrew decided to take Lucy on his bike. He placed her in the basket, and Andrew rolled away through the countryside. Andrew was a curious person, as he likes to see new things. And on this particular day, he stopped at a dirt track that led to the old lead mine, where Thomas had his accident with a sinkhole once many years ago. But the old dirt road was bumpy, and Lucy barked disapprovingly about it. Sorry, Lucy, apologized Andrew, and took his dog out of the basket and put her on a leash.
Ooh, nice.
I wonder where this track leads to, he thought. He held his bike steadily, as well as placed Lucy's leash on the handlebar as they walked down the line. Come, Lucy, let's go. But Lucy was interested in the hedges and flowers close to the line. She prefers the smell of it in comparison to the railway line, which is dirty and oily. Andrew's bike, of course, would not run easily on the track and balance it on the rails, but it kept on slipping. But as soon as they neared the points, the bike's front wheels slipped off and jammed into them. Come on, Andrew grunted. Then Andrew heard Thomas's whistle. Help! Help! He shouted. But Lucy could hear her master's cry of panic and raced down the track, barking loudly. Wait, Lucy! Come back! Cried Andrew.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, Thomas was feeling
boy.
very happy. His train was on time, and he was looking forward to having a rest at the top station.
Nice.
At least that mutt isn't there to cause trouble today, he puffed to himself. But then he heard a bark, and Thomas and his crew could see Lucy bolting down the track. Oh, groaned Thomas crossly. I thought you learned sense. as he rolled past Lucy, who was still barking. She
Ooh.
raced towards Thomas. "We better slow down, Thomas. We must not hurt her," said his driver, and he eased the regulator.
Oh boy.
"Very well," huffed Thomas, and we were going so nicely too. But then Thomas's fireman could see what Lucy was warning them about. "Stop, driver! Back on the line," he said. He slowed down, but he then heard a loud crunching noise.
Oh no!
"My bike!" "Bother your bike," replied Thomas crossly. "Just what were you thinking? This is a railway line, not a bicycle path." His driver and fireman agreed as well and told Andrew how irresponsible he was. "We'll have to report this to the police," they said crossly.
Oh,
Andrew
no.
felt terrible. The guard came and pulled the bicycle out of the points. Then, after inspecting the points to see if they weren't badly damaged, Thomas puffed away. Well, late, he grumbled. "We are maybe late, Thomas," replied Annie. "But you must give credit to Lucy, though. Without her, you probably would have been damaged by that bike," added Clarabelle. Thomas then thought about what his coaches had said, and then he smiled. They came to the top station, and Policeman Len came towards them after being reported about Andrew and his bike. "Right, young man," he said. "You must know that walking on a railway line is prohibited." "But I thought it was abandoned, sir," replied Andrew. "Abandoned or not, it is still dangerous. You might have gotten your foot stuck, or Lucy's paw might have been as well if it wasn't your bike. If it hadn't been for Lucy, there could have been a very nasty accident." Andrew knew that Policeman Len was right. "I'll contact your parents about this," he added. Later that day, Andrew came to the station to see Thomas. He apologized for delaying his train. "So you should," replied Thomas. "But I would have to give thanks to Lucy for letting me know."
Wow. That's amazing. Oh, God. Oh, man. I was like so passed out in the moment, and I was like, "Oh, it's already over," like that. Like, it was really good. Comment down below if you want me to react to next, and thank you for watching this 90th reaction. So, yeah. Bye, everyone.